intelligent agents. Okay, so we'll start off with understanding what is agent. Then we say that intelligence is attributed to rationalism, and that's why these agents are also referred to by some people as rational agents. So understand the difference between a meager agent, an intelligent agent, and when an intelligent agent is also referred to as a rational agent. We already know the concept of intelligence. That is what is required to understand this topic. इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं लगता. I'll go again once. Agent is an abstraction. Why this abstraction is used? Whenever I have a real world scenario and I want to create an AI to solve that scenario, I may not be able to use, or it won't be sufficient, or it won't be easy to use the normal programming strategies or the normal software engineering cycles. Okay, so my analysis and design of the real world scenario, which I want to convert it into AI, should be done differently. That is what is required to have a different abstraction than usual abstraction of an object orientation or a structured one or a modular one. Okay, one module, sub module, organized in between, communicating with each other, data is being exchanged. ये जो सॉफ्टवेयर का अपना व्यू पॉइंट होता है, उसे थोड़ा अलग व्यू पॉइंट से वो रियल वर्ल्ड सिनेरियो को एनालाइज और डिजाइन करना जरूरी है. एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव दिस एब्स्ट्रैक्शन कॉल्ड एज एजेंट्स. And especially since we are talking about development of AI, this abstraction is coined a name, that is intelligent agent. They coin name as intelligent agent. Nothing big deal. Okay, so we'll just see the definition of AI on this page and we'll move ahead. We're not going to read everything. Okay, so this is where we understand what is an agent. So for something to be an agent, it should be allowed to interact with the environment using two components that it has. One is called as sensor and the other is called as actuator. Any entity, okay, that you can think abstractly, that lives in an environment, okay, in an envelope, and that has sensors and actuators is agent. Okay, an agent is anything. So आप कुछ किसी भी चीज को एजेंट बना सकते हो अगर वो environment से कुछ perceive कर सकता है using sensors and act upon the environment through the actuator, then that thing is agent. For instance, जहां मैं बैठ रहा हूं, अगर मैं ऊपर देखूंगा तो मुझे एक फैन दिख रहा है. So you can think of fan as an agent. Why? Because it operates on electricity that is extracted from external world, which is referred to as environment, through the wires which may act as sensors for the fan. Okay, and when it actually rotates its motor, that's the operation it is doing, that rotation of the motor causes the blades to cut the air and generate the airflow that we get as the resultant of the fan movement. So we have all the three components. We have the environment, which imparts the electricity, the power, okay, the pulses, DC, AC, whatever it may be. I'm not sure, I'm not an electrical engineer. It has a sensor, it has a mechanism to sense how much power is there through the regulator. कितना power आ रहा है, कितना कम आ रहा है, कैपेसिटर रहता है उसमें, उस कैपेसिटर रेगुलेटर रेजिस्टेंस के हिसाब से the throughput is adjusted for the rotation speed of the motor. Once the motor starts operating, the blade starts moving, the air is imparted back on the environment. So that's how we can refer to a fan as an agent. Second example of the agent, I'm sitting in the room and I'm watching my calendar that is hanged on the wall. Calendar also can be attributed as an environment, as an agent. Why? Because it interacted only once with its environment when it was printed. Okay, external information about the dates of the year, the days of the month, days of the week, and the day of the week, all the things and multiple other informations are processed and put on the calendar only once. After that, it can be seen by the other, so it shows off itself, right? So there are not physical actuators to the calendar, but you can be able to extract the information which is stored in the calendar as an external person. So person is external. One of the kind of persons, the publishers of the calendar, publish the information on the calendar, and the persons who are using the calendar, you and me, we are using the information by looking at the calendar. So that's how calendar can also be termed as an agent. So agent is anything that you can perceive in front of you, that you can think besides you, think away from you, that has ability to perceive from something which is not part of it. That is the environment. What is environment? Environment is something which is not part of the thing to whom we are calling agent. जिस चीज को एजेंट बोल रहे हैं उसके बाहर का जो चीज है, दैट इज एनवायरनमेंट. ओके, सो यूजिंग सेंसर्स, एनवायरनमेंट से कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन आ रहा है जिसको परसीव बोलते हैं. वी आर परसीविंग द इंफॉर्मेशन थ्रू सेंसर्स फ्रॉम द एनवायरनमेंट, and then you are acting upon the environment through actuators. Okay, very simple idea, and you can actually see a diagram that is there on the next page, which actually gives you a perspective of our abstract model called as agent for anything in the world. Okay, so agent is this box, environment is the part of external universe with which the agent interacts. So agent always interacts with the environment, and agent and environment sit into an envelope called as worldview. Okay, so the agent and environment is our worldview. We are only concentrated about looking at the agent and seeing how it interacts with the environment. Okay, the percepts are the signals that are coming from the environment. Sensor is the part of the agent that receives these percepts. This question mark part is the processing unit of the agent. Somehow it will process this information that is coming from the environment. There are various ways, that's why that is question mark over there. Then there is other part called as actuators, and it acts upon the environment. So this particular closed loop cycle is what an agent cycle is. So anything in the world can thus be abstracted as an agent. Okay, and in one real world scenario, I may have a single agent or I may have a multiple set of agents, and then such a abstract scenario can be built upon for analyzing how the system is behaving. So it's a way as normal as what we call as object oriented programming और स्ट्रक्चर्ड प्रोग्रामिंग, जिसमें भी हम लोग ऐसा ही कुछ व्यू पॉइंट लेके किसी रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम को एब्स्ट्रैक्टली रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. सो यहाँ जो हमने एजेंट के बारे में सीखा है, हाउ इट मैचेस टू दी आर्टिफिशियल एजेंट्स और इंटेलिजेंट एजेंट. तो ये हो गया एजेंट जो नॉर्मल है, परसीव कर सकता है इन्वायरमेंट से सेंसर्स के थ्रू, एक्शन दे इम्पार्ट कर सकता है इन्वायरमेंट पे एक्चुएटर्स के थ्रू, तो एजेंट बन जाओगे आप. लेकिन आर यू इंटेलिजेंट? You may or may not be. My fan may be intelligent or may not be. Calendar may be intelligent or may not be. So if I compare my paper calendar with the Google Calendar, okay, you will agree with me, Google Calendar is more intelligent than the paper calendar, because paper calendar has a fixed set of information, whereas the Google Calendar, we can add up the information, remove the certain information, and change the whole lot of ways we interact with this Google Calendar. So always think of whether the entity that you are thinking about or that you are trying to model, is that entity just an agent or an intelligent agent. So we'll come to that point when we refer to an agent as intelligent agent, but just see, this is how we define an agent. Agent is anything that can be viewed as perceiving environment through sensors and acting upon the environment through actuators. Simple idea is over here. Human agent has eyes, ears, and other organs for sensors, hands, legs, vocal tracts, and so on for actuators. A robotic agent may have cameras, infrared ranges, range finders for as a sensor. वो जो रहता है ना हिट सेंसर, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, proximity sensors and all. There are a lot of different sensors available for robotic devices as well. A software agent may be considering that keystroke that comes in the file streams, the file contents. You can imagine those as my those as my percepts. Okay, inputs from the users. Okay, APIs to whom I'm sending something for query, and then response are coming from those APIs, that they can be thought of as percepts when we're talking about a software. Okay, whatever changed file content that we read or we write to the hard disk, we can imagine them as my actions or they can be my actuators. So anything in the world, please understand, can be modeled as an agent. Okay. Now these two things are very much important when we are talking about an agent and considering that an agent is an intelligent one. Okay. The term percept refers to the agent's perceptual inputs at any given instance. एक इंस्टेंस पे, इंस्टेंट पे, टाइम इंस्टेंट पे एजेंट को जो इनपुट आ रहे हैं, अवेलेबल हो रहे हैं, that is referred to as percept. An agent's percept sequence, on the other hand, is the percept that it has seen up to the given instance. अगर agent सभी percepts को remember कर रहा है right from the start when the agent started its operation till now, those set of percepts together will be referred to as percept sequence. Simple words. Sequence of percepts right from the inception of the agent are referred to as percept sequence. An agent's choice of action at given instance can depend on entire percept sequence observed to the date, but not on anything it hasn't perceived. So ये important चीज है. जब आप किसी एजेंट को इंटेलिजेंट एजेंट बोलते हो, तो then that intelligent agent should know all the percepts till the point. So there must be some representation of the percept sequence in its thought process. ये जो question mark है, that is its processing cycle or the processing unit. So this question mark should enable जो भी percept आ रहे हैं currently, उनको पुराने वाले जो percepts है, जो कहीं पे छुपे होंगे, कहीं पे remembered किए होंगे, उनके साथ merge करके उनसे फायदा करवाना. So I am interacting with the environment in a timely manner. Okay, once upon a while I get the percepts, then I remember them somehow, and then I should be able to use them. Now, how to remember them? Various ways are there, and depending on that, I have various ways to organize an agent as type of agents. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and we'll now know about. Before we go ahead, there are two things that we need to discuss. Okay, one thing is called as agent function. Now, what is the agent function? एजेंट बिहेवियर जो है वो डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए जो मैथमेटिकल टूल यूज होता है, दैट इज रेफर्ड टू एज एजेंट फंक्शन. सो एज वी सी ओवर हियर, एजेंट इज परसीव्ड एज इट इज रिसीविंग समथिंग. सो जनरली हम लोग फंक्शन जो है मैथमेटिकल फंक्शन इस तरीके से देखते हैं. So this is my percepts coming onto the function, and whatever it generates or returns is this y, which is the set of actions. So this is my action, and this is my percept, input and output. So this way I can model an agent, and this particular conversion of inputs to outputs, the way it is organized is called as agent function. Okay, the other important thing is ये जो conversion है percept का to the output action. Okay, ये जो conversion हो रहा है, as we saw earlier as well, percept अभी आया है, मेरे पास somehow एक mechanism होना चाहिए जो agent function मुझे enable करेगा to remember the percept sequence. So percept sequence, current percept, उनको merge करके I should take a decision which action I should be imparting on the environment currently. तो ये जो बंदा है f of x, okay, that particular thing जो काम करता है, वो काम करने के लिए जो चीज लगेगा, that is referred to as agent program. So mathematically speaking, it is a function, okay, but the operation that it performs are referred to as agent program. So that's another thing that you need to remember. So what we started off with saying that anything that can perceive environment and act upon the environment is referred to as an agent. Third definition, not book definition. You can read the book definition and use it whenever somebody asks you, but I'm in generally explaining you what is an agent. Agent को जो inputs आते हैं उनको percept बोला जाता है. Sensors होते हैं agent में जो percepts को accept करते हैं और वो internally उसको environment से fetch कर लेते हैं, signals को agent के block के अंदर लेके आते हैं. Inside agent block, we have something called as agent function that tries to convert these incoming percepts plus the previously seen percepts into actions. This mapping is referred to as agent function. ये मैपिंग करने का काम जो स्टेप्स करेंगे, जो algorithm करेगा, that is going to refer to be as agent program. So that is the way the things are organized so far.